app for transportation. And we have Jody here. Do we have Chad?
Yes, Chad and Tim are on Zoom, and I believe Tim is going to introduce the item.
All right.
Yes, and I'm going to share my screen. Hello, Mr. Mayor and members of council. My name is Tim Hibbard, and I work as the VP of Innovation and Development at Passio Technologies. We are the technology partners for CityLink North, Kootenai Health, and Coeur d'Alene Tribes Link Service. The history behind this project is that in 2019, Kootenai County submitted a proposal to the Federal Transportation Agency and won a competitive bid for an integrated mobility innovation project. My goals today are to describe how a fully integrated transportation network can better serve your citizens' needs and to give a project update and expected timeline for next steps. Planning a trip in a non-integrated environment is tricky. Each provider presents their schedule and rates slightly differently, so comparing transportation options isn't always apples to apples. If your trip happens to be longer or outside of first shift hours and therefore needs to combine multiple providers, that becomes very complicated to book using each provider's reservation system and being sure to time the transfers between providers correctly. These complications result in rider frustration and underutilization of transportation options. This means missed work, missed interviews, and missed medical appointments. Lack of transportation costs the United States healthcare system approximately $1 billion each year because of missed appointments. Mobility as a service takes all the different data sources and multiple payment channels and packages it into a single rider-facing solution. The rider enters their trip information and mobility requirements like wheelchair or service animal, and the app is able to look at all the providers and present a list of options to complete the trip. Each rider will have personal preferences in their trip selection process like cost, time waiting, or walking distance. The rider can sort the options based on the parameters that are most important to them. To build the network, transportation providers will input their service area and hours into a single system. The transportation providers are motivated to use the network because they will see an increase in riders and will be able to make data-driven business decisions based on transportation demand information for the entire region. Riders will be able to download the app from the Android Play Store or Apple App Store, or if they prefer, they can use a web browser on their computer. For individuals that are unable to use a smartphone or a computer, they will be able to call into the CityLink dispatch to book a ride. We also support mobility managers, so if a workforce development center wanted to book rides for employment transportation, they could do that, or a reservation could help a patient secure transportation when booking a medical appointment. Our apps will be fully accessible and easy to use. We have finished defining the open data standard that we will use to communicate between systems. It was important for us to pick a standard that is open so that third parties can easily access information in a known format. We are currently building the portal for the providers to input their service areas and building the app the riders will use to book trips. We expect this done by fall. Then we will enable the system to receive payments from riders and distribute those funds to the transportation providers. We expect that to be done by next spring. After that, the county will continue to grow the network to enhance the coverage across the region. My contact and Chad's contact information is on this slide if anyone would like to reach out for more details. Thank you for this opportunity.